Welcome everyone. We are so excited to be here this evening once again. My name is Samuel Buissereth, and on behalf of the National Alliance for the Advancement of Haitian Professionals, we would like to say welcome.
Thank you.
So it's great to be here once again. Those of you who have been tuning in for a few times now, this is a continuation of our dialogues surrounding the conference. It's a new year and we're excited about 2023. And for those of you who had the opportunity to visit us during the conference and attend and share ideas and network, we are excited. And so we want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up and making the entire weekend a fantastic time with one another. I'm one of the managers here, the marketing managers here, and it's my pleasure to be able to have these conversations with you because you get to see the inside scoop of what we are all about and what we enjoy doing for the Haitian professional community. One of the things that's nice about these types of dialogues is that we get to have conversations with our very own. And so tonight we have one of our conference sponsors, right? Conference sponsors. And we're excited to have her here this evening. So thank you so much. Could you tell our audience your full name and who you represent?
Sure. My name is Mia Lesna, and by short, I go by Lesna. Last name Azor Sterling, and I represent an organization based out of North Carolina called Haitians of the Triangle, and for short, we nicknamed it HOT, HOTT. So we are spicy, we are hot, and things are happening in our community. So I'm so happy to be here today.
Oh, I love it already. Hot, HOTT. Can't go wrong with that. And so I feel that we have to unpack a few things because how does a Haitian end up in North Carolina? That's important for us, all of us to know.
Yes. I did not think it was going to be a thing. But after grad school, I was like, let me try something new. But, typically Haitians operate, Haitian kids, Haitian immigrants, which I'm one, operates out of fear. You don't, you want your parents to be happy with your choices and the things that you do. It was really hard to think about where to go. But I have one aunt, she's a dentist out of North Carolina, and she had made the move. And I was like, at least if something happened to me, I have somebody in the state. And throughout my time thinking about moving, I had another aunt, so a second one. She's a nurse practitioner and she moved to the Raleigh area. So that gave me confidence to move. But when I moved, needless to say, I was like, where are the Haitians? Where are they? I don't see them. I don't have my Haitian patty store, the bakery, the churches. Little did I know they are here, but hidden, not like Boston, where I'm from, or Haiti. But I definitely said if I can't find it, I will create it. Hence the birth of Hot with somebody else. And her name is Rossin Benjamin, and she's out actually from Boston as well. So it was two transplant from Boston putting their heads together to arrive at what is now a community that will celebrate 5 years. I know I just said a mouthful.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's wonderful. So then by demographic, I'm assuming that the triangle has to do with the cities near Raleigh.
You know something then about North Carolina. So yes. yes, the name, the title could be misleading a little. So we are based out of the triangle. So it's truly a triangle of, you will hear some of these names already. Chapel Hill, so where UNC is, Durham, where Duke University is, and Raleigh. So Raleigh is the capital of North Carolina. People always think it's Charlotte, but it's not. And no offense, we love Charlotte. It's a booming community, but Raleigh is one of the thriving and up and coming area. Durham, is another one. So we tend to do our events or have most our members located in that area, but again, Haitians move anywhere, they are everywhere, so they are in surrounding towns as well. So think of your major if you're in New York, so you have Brooklyn, you have, so it's kind of like very similar. We have different cities that we reside in, but we do events in a little bit of many different areas, and that's cool too.
Wow, that's fascinating. I can already tell why you've dubbed it hot, because there's a lot of things that you all are involved with. And I have to ask this question.
Sure.
Where does this come from, and what is your background, being able
Mm.
to come from Haiti to Boston and now to North Carolina? Where does that all tie up, and what allowed you to kind of think of this idea along with your organization partner?
Yeah. As a kid, I've always been involved, but that's also by seeing my mother being involved. So she was a teacher and she was a seamstress. She was always involved herself. So for me, it was no brainer to do something,
Mhm.
to help somewhere, to participate in something. I've seen her do it, and I've been doing the same thing ever since I was a child. What started very organically, I would say, but also spontaneously, because we didn't have a structure, we didn't have a business plan. That it was just, we need to find community, we need to find our Haitian brothers and sisters, and we'll start an organization. Really, we'll start a group. So very recently, we're shifting from saying a group. We're not just a group, we are a community organization, because, yes, we used to do events about 1 to 2 a month, but we have been tapped to do other things or advocate for Haitians, even, at the border. So for us, it becomes this responsibility to shift the narrative about Haiti, to converse about our culture, to network, to plug in our organization, and to create something, I'm going to continuously say, called sustainability. So that's something that we currently are working on. So your New York base, your Florida base, your even Atlanta, Georgia base communities now are sustainable, because you have a consulate maybe in Georgia, or you have churches, and you have even schools, with Haitian professors and doctors and lawyers, you name it. But here, they are here. We just don't know about them. And so we're creating from scratch, and that's hard. That is hard. I'm going to rephrase. It is hard to find who are your Haitian lawyers. And there are many reasons I could go on and on about why that's difficult, but also learning the terrain, because this is new. I'm not from North Carolina, and learning the history behind North Carolina, or even Durham, which has a huge connection with Haiti. So it's just also quite interesting. I think it's perfect timing, and I also think for a believer like myself, it's God's work for sure.
Les, this is amazing. You're getting me excited about North Carolina.
Yes, come
I
visit.
have to, because I need to know more now, because one of the things that's important for us is to say, hey, where does this birth out of you, and what kind of triggered that idea to be able to start something? So I would love to know, what is your background, and
Sure.
what did you how did you dive in on this?
Dive in there. Yeah. So by profession, I'm a higher education professional. So that's truly my passion. So I help college students get in school, stay in school, get the support they need while they are in school. And I'm very careful to always say higher ed. Not to say I couldn't teach any other section of higher education, I mean, of education, but it's just there's something about college students. They keep me young. They teach me a lot of things. So I really like being on college campuses. There's a lot going on there. So my undergrad, my first degree is in sociology, and then my master's is in higher education. So I really have an affinity for people. I'm also an introvert. You would not know it sometimes, but I love learning, and the push to be around people, to learn, but also to leave. I think now the word is leave a legacy. That's important. That's crucial, right? I have a son, he's 3. And just to think about raising, I always say a Haitian, but really he's Haitian American, but really he's American. I would like for my child to know more about where I come from, where his dad come from, the family, the lineage. So it's important to tell our story. So birthing an organization from what was spontaneous, now it's serious. It's work that now I'm like advocating for. I'm willing to do interviews about. I'm willing to post on my social media because it's important work. So I'm
Yeah.
here for the long run when it comes to speaking about Haitian culture in Haiti.
Les, this is golden because I'm the son of an international educator as well. And so growing up, it was steady, steady, steady. And then he got his
Mhm.
PhD at the ripe age of 65 in Christian education. And
Okay.
so coming from Haiti, he graduated from middle school at 23, 22 years old, right? And
Mhm.
so no one expected much. But then if you put the Haitian in the right environment with the right
Mhm.
resources, it's remarkable how we will capitalize off of the opportunity and the advantages that a country like America has to offer.
That's
So
right.
coming from you, I think you are in a unique position, and it's a position that's blessed because higher education, do we dare say, is a pivotal moment in a lot of young adults' lives and a lot
Right.
of their
Thank you.
decisions, right? A lot of their
Right.
decisions that they have to make at this age usually have a long lasting effect or some type of impact for the rest of their lives,
Sure.
whether it
That's
be career choice, the people that they choose to befriend, the
mhm.
relationships and bonds that they build. These are critical moments, and having someone like you to be able to drop in some hints, some golden nuggets, advice, counsel,
Mhm.
reference, I mean the whole nine, that is
Yeah.
remarkable. So this is
Yeah.
good.
You said you packaged it well, although it is a hard job. Especially I'm thinking these last 3 to 5 years been challenging for not just college students. I think college students see administrators or faculty members as individual will know it all or have all the answers. And sometimes little do they know we learn from them too, and how resilient they are and creative and carefree sometime, which is a spirit that we also need in the work that we're doing. So I think, yeah, for a lot of college students, a lot of things happen around that age. And it's years that they never get back, but also us as administrators or faculty or really anyone working on a college campus have the ability to impact a mind. I don't just say a person, but a mind. So sometimes they switch majors based on, somebody who told them something or how much of a support that, somebody gave them. So it's important work for sure.
Absolutely. So I have a couple of mentees, and one of them said, Sam, I'm going to be a social worker
Mm,
because of an experience that I went through. And I had a fantastic social worker that helped me. And
nice.
I'm like, this is the most
Yes.
beautiful thing you could ever say.
Yeah, we need those. We need social workers. We need everybody. So yeah,
Every
we need one experience. And if it was perhaps a negative experience, that also impact in how we retain students. They might drop out because of one person. So yeah, yeah, it's a lot.
This is amazing. So now I have to ask you this next question.
Yes.
What are some of the things, and in the last few years, for one, what year did you all get started?
Yep.
And then what are some of the major events or things that you've been able to be a part of that we'll be able to recognize and applaud you for?
Yes. So we started five this year will be 5 years. So February 26, 2018. In a month or so, in a month and a half, we're celebrating 5 years of existence. It feels like a child. You birthed it and you're seeing grow. So that's exciting. We started small, obviously, and more we are growing. So we're also unique in the sense of like we have, for example, a Facebook page, an Instagram page, email, phone number, etc. But we also have a group me. So that is very similar like WhatsApp. So that's our main method of communication with our members. And we're growing there. There's already 400 members in the group me. So we share some jokes sometimes or some flyers about what is going on in Haiti, some links, you name it, events. We have a calendar that's also where folks are able to see what we are doing. Um, Large scale to small scale events. So small scales, we've had some discussions. We had a discussion called Women and Men 2.0. So conversing about how different we are as individual. So that was in collaboration with another organization here in the Triangle called Young Africans of the Triangle. So that was phenomenal. Our two signature events, now I have to call them signature because if we don't have them, folks are like, what's happening? But so one is Friendsgiving. So we come together around Thanksgiving holiday and we cook food. So food bring people together. So this year we hosted it at a club actually, because the club co-owner is Haitian, found out about us and got excited and was like, let's collaborate. So that was amazing. So collaborations like that are quite important, especially because we don't have an operating budget. Folks never want to believe when we say that. We have $0, but we're making things happen based on connection, based on donation. And so that's been really amazing to see the work that we're able to do with just a few dollars. The other large scale event that we do draw people from everywhere across the state is Haitian Flag Day. So we again already in the process of planning for 2023. So what started as a 1 day, so it was typically a 1 day family fun day on a Saturday at a park, turn into a 2 day event, turn into a 3 day event. And this year we're thinking a 4 day event. So we've done in collaboration with, there's another organization named NC Haitian Women Coalition. So that's the women's organization, which I'm a part of. And literally we did the online virtual game. So that's how we kicked off Haitian Flag Day. Then on Friday, we had a party with DJ and folks got excited and happy. So we're thinking of keeping that format for the year, and then Saturday fun days. So we had food trucks, and last year we incorporated having vendors. So we had like Belle Flamme, which is like a candle company. So all Haitian owned. And again, we did not know they existed, but through conversation, through, hey, do you know so and so? Through things that people are seeing online and sending to us, we've been able to make it work. So on to bigger and better. We have some words that we might be getting a Haitian band. I don't want to say too much, but that's exciting just to see where we were in 2018. Like I always go back to our first event. We didn't even have tablecloth. Now we have tablecloth, chargers, plates. I mean, catering, you name it. So It's been really, really rewarding to just see how much the community embrace what we're doing because it's needed.
Oh, that's amazing. I tell you, I think I know where I'll be that weekend of in May.
Listen, okay, pretty soon, I bet if there's a choice to be made between some other cities, North Carolina is gonna be
Oh,
on that list.
that's
So that's
wonderful.
exciting.
Oh, that's wonderful, Les. I think that's what's so fascinating about what you all provide in that area, because it would be very common for you all to say, "Well, we're in Boston. The
Mhm,
affluent community is here. I'll just climb up the ranks and then." Take over the baton from the folks who've been there for the past 60 years. There's Pwenty Sab up there who's honored all the time. There's nothing wrong with that. But
mhm.
you all ventured out into some of the areas of this amazing and very large country
Yeah.
that need you all, that would benefit from what Hot provides as a leadership organization that is based on the community and being able to join one another as well. I think one of the cons of being Haitian is that we love to be able to do things together as long as it's someone we know. But we have to make that first step. We have to get to
Mhm.
know, right? We have to learn about one another. We have to build that network so that we can become sustainable for each
Right.
other. And I think you all have done a fantastic job of being able to create something out of nothing and then cultivate that community spirit throughout the tri area in North Carolina, which is fascinating. Because for
Okay.
those of you who don't know, those three cities are humongous, not only
Mhm.
in North Carolina or the Carolinas in general, but East Coast and then across the nation. That area is affluent.
Yeah.
Being able to have Haitians that provide something for each other, that reaches and crosses the lines
Mhm.
with other immigrants and social norms in the area. This is golden. So
Yeah.
thank you for doing that.
I really do feel like you know a whole lot more than you're telling me because just the little part that you just mentioned about the affluent community in that space, the Research Triangle Park area in Durham, where I currently am, there's an article I read. It has the most PhD per capita, so it just tells you the young professionals, they are the doctors, the lawyers, the engineers, the scientists in that area. And I just feel so good about that area, not in terms of geographically where we are, but what we can bring for people to understand that Haitians also make up the doctors, the scientists, the gynecologist, so that's actually very incredible. And there's just more work to be done, and we're just continuously going to do it and just truck along little by little. And we always invite people to come on the journey with us. There's one of my affirmation in the mornings is that we all have something to add and to share and to give. So I'm sure somebody watching this or rewatching it might have something to contribute, to add, or to give to Heart or to the area. So I invite you to just reach out because that's
Uh,
typically how it happens. A small conversation, and then we get the ball rolling.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you all heard it here. If you are Haitian and you are in Florida, you're there for the weather. If you are in Atlanta, you're there for Hollywood in the South. If you're in Boston, you're there for the concerts. New York, you might have a little bit of family that was there since the 60s and 70s. But if you want to find out what you are made of,
Oh Lord.
go to North Carolina.
See, I like that. That's a call for people to move, and we need
Right.
people. And I think that's also what makes us unique, right? We have a transient and a transplant community. That could mean several things, right? There are folks when I met them in 2018. I have not seen them. They've moved, they've gone to other bigger cities. We've even lost people to Charlotte. Charlotte is starting to have bars, and people are excited. Kai is coming to play next month, So stuff are happening, and I am one that keeps telling folks, go where your heart desires, but also if you want to get to work and make it something, we need a bakery here. So, on s'il vous plaît, move and open a bakery. We need, I mean, there are already Haitian churches. And they are doing great work in the community. We just need more of y'all. So come. I am sure to
Those,
for North Carolina.
that's so true, Les. That's so true because there are essentials that are important for a thriving Haitian community and
Right.
culture. And if you all are that gap filler, if you will,
Mhm.
thank you for doing that. What would you say is the demographic percentage of the people that you all serve, the Haitians in the community? Younger, older, age
Mm,
bracket, you name it, anything you could
yeah.
provide for insight.
Yes. Again, see if somebody's watching, the step that we want to take at is figuring out the true numbers of how many Haitians live in North Carolina, period. And then break it down by, different cities. But if I were to guesstimate from the folks that I've seen, and this is just a visual, not to say I know every single individual, we are multi-generational, multilingual, and I would venture out to say age bracket 18 to 40. And one thing I'm noticing, so there's a number of folks who are entering universities like North Carolina Central University, which is an HBCU, UNC, Duke, Shaw University, another HBCU. They are Haitian. They are looking to connect and looking to understand their culture. So they are here, right? But also, there is a migrant worker area where folks are working at like Purdue, so which are like meat processing plants, etc. So these individuals are also folks we have not tapped into, and actually there was stories in the news about them, and they said it's more than 5,000 of them. That's a lot of individuals who are working those poultry plants. So again, they're probably an hour and a half away from here, so in an area called Mount Olive. So we have not tapped into them yet. But the interesting thing, around summer last year, so summer 2021, the city of Durham reached out to our organization and said from the census, 1,500 individuals listed Haitian Creole as their primary language.
Wow.
Primary, not that they speak English, meaning it could be my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, maybe, age, who speak nothing but Haitian Creole, maybe dabble into English. So trying to understand where they are, what do they need, do they have support, who they are. So that's why I'm saying if folks know how to get more than just the data of the number, but where they're located, age, even religion, just to figure out how to best support these individuals to make North Carolina home is important. So that's a daunting task, but we're gonna truck along and try to figure out how to get those numbers and statistics. So that's important. If we ever going to ask for funding,
Mhm,
who
mhm.
are we serving? Who are they? Yes, I can say we have 400 individuals. They are the one on the internet with some type of phone and can go and log into their emails or phone number, but I'm sure there's 400 more, right?
Right.
So that number too is growing and changing by the minutes as North Carolina is becoming a place that people want to move to. So
No, that's exciting because yeah, in Atlanta we are full. We're I think
no
they're
more.
a little bit we're
You
a
guys
little
are
bit
not
over
taking you? Anyone else?
selected few. I think we just reached over 1 million Haitians in Atlanta.
Oh
So
wow, 1 million.
1 million. So we can spread the love.
Spread the love, spread
Spread
the
the
love.
love. And
Yes.
it's not too far away either. So I think that's remarkable, because one of the toughest things that I think us as a Haitian community, or communities in America, is being able to find out what type of demographic and group of Haitians that we are catering to. And you all have a fantastic mix. And so, yes, it does make the task a little bit more complex, but a
Hmm.
whole lot more rewarding and fun,
Hmm.
because here you're taking the care of the needs of some of the midlife to the older Haitians in the area, but you also have this thriving young professional, young adults, and even some of the college aged and higher education students that are seeing a new, fresh set of
Mm.
atmosphere and opportunity in front of them. So they need guidance. I think part of the beauty of being able to work with that kind of dynamic is that one day you'll spend some time, correct me if I'm wrong, you'll spend some time working with DFACS or an organization that needs a translator for young children, right? Or then you go to the other perspective or spectrum and you're filling out retirement paperwork with someone and making sure they understand the legal jargon and terms, and then everything in between, from
Yeah.
resumes to college applications to seminars on technology, or being able
Mhm.
to have a great mindset in a work environment, to professionalism in the workplace. And then you dash it with all of the things that we so much more enjoy as Haitians. It's important to have Haitian patties wherever you
Yeah.
go.
Or
It's
Haitian hot chocolate or acassa or bouillon or any of
what?
that. That, you
You
know,
everybody say les essentiels.
les essentiels, yes. And and that is why for me it's critical that we're not just providing events. We're doing that. But now the conversation, so for example, something that will happen later on this year is we will have a cohort of well, Haitian Creole community health promoters. So they will go into the community and try to and attempt to kind of like talk to folks about health literacy and what they need from the city. Especially this grant is geared towards COVID-19, as COVID is still a thing, right? And just thinking about that, and I'm just amazed at the work that can be done, right? Because we have folks with hypertension or diabetes, and maybe right now they're just like, well, I don't know, there are no doctors that look like me, nobody speak Haitian Creole. I don't know if I really want to go to this doctor or not. So that makes me so excited because we need that in our community. There's definitely cultural differences, how we operate when we are in higher ed settings, in health settings. So I think it's critical, and we need advocates and people to understand that we come with our culture wherever we go. So that's exciting. I've met a couple of real estate agents, and we just begun the conversation about, all right, there's not enough of y'all to create a cluster of Haitian professional Haitian real estate agents, so that y'all can do maybe one or two events in Haitian Creole or French, or a combination. I always now call it Kringlish.
Kringlish.
Kringlish is okay too, so that we could cater to our folks. Because guess what? Communities, if you call yourself a community, they're doing that. The Jewish community is doing that. The Hispanic, Latino, Latinx community is doing that for their own. So why not us? Because we could do it. We have the brand, we have the manpower. We can. So things like that are in the works, and it makes me so excited about the potential opportunities ahead. Some days I may not see it. Some days it's hard or challenging where I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm not getting anywhere. I'm trying to knock on these doors and I'm still not getting an answer. And some days when I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much happening behind the scene. My phone is constantly ringing, or being the face now of this organization, which is frightening. It's not intended, because I'm more of like, I'm behind the scene, just don't call on me, but the work needs to be done. So I'm like now waving to everybody like, hey, my name is, and I have an organization. I need help. I need money. I need connections. So I don't mind, because that is how we are going to make the community work and happen.
Oh, that's so critical. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because think about it. You all are a community organization advocating for Haitians in this area. And we are making that kind of comparison because we know of the opportunities that present themselves when our community is on one page,
Mhm.
when we partner with one another, when we work together. Listen, church is great, but you can't find everything at the
Mhm.
church.
Right.
School is wonderful, but you can't find everything at the school.
Right.
My dad, for his dentist appointment, drives an hour
Oh, wow.
because his dentist, he found a dentist that's Haitian, and
Oh,
he
nice.
says, he said, she knows my teeth better than anyone because she has the same teeth as I do. So it's important when we can trust one another
Right.
and be able to live in an environment where we all benefit. So he pays the dentist and the dentist office, and it's going to a Haitian dentist and
Right.
her office. That's how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing to hear. But I'm sure that took some time, right, to find that Haitian dentist?
It did.
It
It
did.
did. Yes. All of the work. Exactly.
Yeah, but somebody prior to that being in Atlanta did the work of, inspiring others to come to Atlanta. And then now there goes a Haitian dentist in Atlanta
Oh, it's
providing
awesome.
that service. So that's so dope.
Oh, it's so cool. Yes. So
You
now,
know, you take these things for granted, or at least I did, because when I lived in Boston, I just knew where to buy my ball tickets, where to just do all my stuff, right? I know Mattapan Square, had everything I needed. And then when I moved, just trying to like understand, wait, I don't hear Haitian Creole anywhere. Like I started putting the Haitian flag in my car, like, where are y'all? Y'all are somewhere, right? Just to be able to speak your own language. Or when tragedies happen, like, the assassination of the president, or the earthquake in the South, like we need to come together. Or even when Mikabin passed away, that's important. We go through these as community. We always survive them as communities. So that is, yes, we need the grandmas, the aunties, the cousins, the uncles and aunts. We need everybody. So yeah.
oh, that's fantastic to hear. I'm excited about it because one thing's for sure is there's so much more room for potential and opportunity. And so I know you all are excited for this upcoming year. Do
Yes.
you have anything planned that you are allowed to share with us?
Sure. Yeah. So February seems to be very busy for us. So we'll celebrate our 5th year anniversary over a brunch catered by the theme for this year's unity. So our theme. So what we worked on, our goal as an organization, our theme and word for the year's unity. So instead of having one caterer, we're having two. And those two caterers, so one of them opened the first Haitian restaurant, brick and mortar in Durham here. So they opened back in September of last year. So that's Pierrot to go. And then we have Le Creole Cuisine, which very shortly will have a food truck on the road. We already had one, so that will be two food trucks, two Haitian food trucks. So that's exciting. So we'll have that. So that's February 26th. We also have Miss Raleigh USA, who is a Haitian sister, and she is participating in that pageant. So that is in February as well. It's in High Point, North Carolina. So we'll be driving about an hour to go support her, and hopefully she's crowned, Miss USA, and she's our own. But regardless, we're happy for her. We're excited for her again. a Haitian sister in a pageant and representing our culture. So that's important. She's also advocating for STEM. She's an engineer. So that's dope in itself. Then we'll have Haitian Flag Day. We are in conversations about what our 3 to 4 days will look like. Definitely we'll have the Friday night party. We also are hosting, it's a first, but again in connection with other organization. There's a short film called Madame Sarah by Ethan Dupin, and we are doing a screening of that movie at a library, a public library, and we'll have a conversation with Ethan, the production team, my organization, Hot, and then the women, NC Haitian Women Coalition, because it's really talking about the Madasaga, the Mashans in
Mash-
Haiti, and they are 99.9% or 100% female. And not to say there are no male Mashon, but and that's important. What does that mean as a culture, and for us now at the trajectory that Haiti is in currently? And throughout the year, we'll have many more events, but we're really careful about what we do next,
Good.
because we also know we can't avoid the conversation about where Haiti stands politically. We know we've been giving it some thoughts and ideas of, we're not the most versed because we live here in the state, but we can say something, we can demand something of not just Haitian government, but also American government, since we live here. So the political landscape of Haitians in North Carolina is one that I want to start seeing people like me run for office. Granted, people have already told me you should run, and I'm like, there's a lot of work to be done, but we also need people in political avenues to start conversing about Haiti and Haitians. So I'm excited to see maybe a sister or brother who will run for something here. But yeah, the idea of making this community more than just events or program, I hear that loud and clear. It's needed. We're working, we're connecting. And that's kind of how I felt on NAHP. I did not even know a thing or two about NAHP. And look at them changing my life since the.
Oh, it's amazing. That's amazing because I think that's remarkable that the future, especially this year and then into the next phase of what Hot has planned, that's remarkable. And I cannot agree with you more, because if we are talking about having an impact on our
Mhm.
Haitian community, then we have to be in a position of influence.
Right.
And that can either be anywhere from city council,
Mhm.
uh, president of your district, or some of the roles in the education system, all the way up, right? And
All
so
the way up. I love
I
it.
just, those are things that when you know that you have representation,
Mhm.
then it's important, because you have someone that can advocate for your situation, for your case,
Yeah.
for your dilemma. I mean, it's so important. I think that is critical. That
Yeah.
is critical. So this is hearing those
Good stuff.
events. Oh, I tell you, so you mentioned a lot of things that are up and coming. Where can we find this calendar or this event information as you start to roll it out and publish it for us
Yeah.
all?
So as we are getting events together or confirmed, so we are on Instagram and Facebook right now. That's kind of like where we put out our flyer. In the works, there is a website soon to come, because we now understand that folks are literally Googling Haitians in North Carolina. And then our organization happens to come up because it's Haitians in the Triangle. So we don't want folks to have to dig and dig. But right now we are Instagram and Facebook. We have an email, Haitians of the Triangle at gmail.com. So for folks who listen to us and might want to understand what we do, so we invite them to email us. We also have a number that I will share, just because I want folks, because that could be texted. So if somebody was like, "Hey, I heard you, and I want to text you real quick about something or another organization to look at," so that's 919-410-8440. So that number is also on our social media, 919-410-8440. And that's another way to find us until we get our own website. And then we'll have an event calendar. You'll know a little bit about us. We'll have videos and photos. So that's hopefully going to happen in 2023.
Wonderful. Oh, that's exciting already. I think one of the beautiful things, speaking of networking with one another, is that we all get to meet here at NAAHP.
Yes.
I'd love for you to share a little bit of how you got involved and
Oh,
what's your
Lord.
story behind that, because I think that's important for folks to hear.
Yes, because I literally went to, so for the past 2 years, I've been going to Haitian Ladies Network. It's a wonderful conference. And pretty soon after I attended, I feel like I started seeing NAP like on my social media. And I was like, what is happening? And so I started following, and I was like, well, I want to go to the conference. And I reached out. So on the page, I noticed that y'all were looking for volunteers. And I thought about it long and hard. I got scared. I was like, but I don't know nothing about them. I shouldn't.
Mhm.
And I just put my name in the hat. I was like, why not? And Melina reached back out, and then she was like, "Hey, can we have a meeting? I have a something that I would like for you to work on." And obviously, my heart went, "Oh, they for real." So she was like, "Well, there's a coordinator for membership, and a bunch of different things, but there's no coordination for the exhibitors. Would you like to take that on?" What, Molina? I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, you can do it. I'll just help you. I'll teach you. And so, yeah, I became the coordinator for the exhibitors. So I reached out to them, spoke to them, talk about their brand, got their logos, got what they needed to table at the conference, all behind the scene work. And until I flew back home, I called it a mini reunion. That's what it felt like for me. I had a great time. I got sick at the conference because I worked so hard, but I was so happy to do it. Just running around, shaking hands, saying hi, whatever was needed to be done, just trying to do it because I felt it became my family and that
Mhm.
I couldn't let anyone fail. So if somebody needed something, I would be running and doing it. And so I've already told Mo, hey, next year, what's happening next year? She's like, "Don't you worry, we're gonna put you to work."
Oh, that's what.
I just did not know what I was signing up for, but it's also been so now with two Haitian conference, Haitian Ladies Network, and then now NAP. They go on my calendar, and next year it's on.
Shucks. That's what I'm talking about. No, and I think this is a true testament of what NAP is all about, because you could have very well said, I got my own thing going on. I can just self promote. Who's going to be there? Yeah. But the fact that you were able to roll up your sleeves and get to work and be able to share that same enthusiasm and excitement of Haitians coming together for one opportunity, one moment, and an unforgettable time at the conference. So
Yeah, it
thank
was.
you.
It sure
Thank
was.
you.
I can't wait to figure out where we headed next.
Yes.
Wait so I could put it in my calendar, but I'm so ready.
Oh, that's awesome. And then the Haitian Ladies Network, yeah, they are top tier right there. They do
Yes,
remarkable work. So
they do
shout out
some
to
great
them.
work. Yes, for sure. And some of them were at the conference, so
Oh,
that's
yes.
also very incredible to see other Haitian organizations supporting another organization that is for Haitian by Haitian. So that's actually very cool.
Oh, it's awesome. This is exciting. I think that's so important for fellow Haitians to be able to hear that from their peers, colleagues. One of the things that we strive for, and you are a true testament to that, is that wherever you are as a Haitian, you should
Mhm.
always represent. You should always make sure that everyone understands where you come from and that there's a genuine sense of Haitian accountability with what you do. So thank
Yes,
you for
thank
being that
you.
lighthouse all the way in North Carolina.
All the way. Yes,
Oh, that's
it
awesome, man.
no small task, no small feat, but we're doing it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, Les, I wanted to make sure that you knock out the contact information one more time so that everyone can stay up to date and informed and reach out because we know that you got a lot planned this year.
Yeah,
So could you share your email address and phone number once again for us?
sure, I can. So that's Haitians with an S of the triangle at gmail.com. So that's our email, and we respond pretty quickly. And then for the phone number, it's 919 area code, and then it's 410-8440. That could be called or text. And then we're on Instagram as Haitians of the Triangle, and on Facebook as a page, Haitians of the Triangle as well. So hot, hot, hot everywhere, spelled out.
Haitians of the Triangle, hot. Oh, once again, thank you. Thank you so much. And do you have any parting words or remarks that you would love to leave with everyone as we say goodbye momentarily?
Yes, I will always say, our community needs you. So wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever title you're holding, our community needs you. And so sometimes it's just taking a leap of faith and doing something out of the ordinary will fulfill you, will leave a legacy, will help others. I do believe in building community. And I do believe it's important to stay in the community, and give back. So whatever that looks like, some of us it's monetary, some of us it's time and energy and effort. That's important. Some of us it's resources, it's connection. But let's do it. Let's work together. We need to unify everywhere, not just in North Carolina, but everywhere. And so I hope when you see me at the next NAP conference that you say, hey, I've seen her. Oh, hey, I read about her. Hey, this is the interview I listened to. And that's okay because we need that too. We need folks to just break down their barriers and just like go on and meet somebody else or shake hands or say, hey, great work, right? Complimenting others, and also supporting others. So, my support, I always say this, I will support all things Haitians. That's just me. And your support does not need to look like my support, but just do it for the community or the organizations you care about. Do it financially, do it by promoting it on your social media, but we need all of that. That's how we move forward. So I can be found online. I can be reached. You have, the contact email of the organization. But again, my name is Mealy Sna. I know it's long. That's my name. Last name Azor Sterling. And I'm so happy to have had this wonderful conversation with you, Sam.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. I think that the reunion with you and Molina was tremendous. So I couldn't imagine the energy in that room when you all met. So thank you.
Yes, I was like, oh, it's her. I've seen her in picture and boss lady and
That's
also
right. Between
so
her and Serge, I tell you, they keep us amazed and
on your toes,
we're
right?
on our toes, doing fantastic work. And we would not be able to do this without them. And so shout out to them.
Yeah. Keep
Les, this
energy.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is amazing. What a great time we spent with one another. The conversation was fantastic. So thank you
Thank
for
you
being
too.
able to carve out some time out of your busy schedule to share some of the things that you are doing and involved with and the remarkable work that you are doing with Haitians of the Triangle. We are excited about the organization, and we are here to support you. Thank you for sharing your time and energy, not only at the conference, but being able to have that same thread throughout this entire relationship. And we will continue to do this because if anything that is worth honing in on is that Haitians can work together.
Oh, yes, we can.
Positive things. We can thrive when we all are doing things together. Everyone can benefit from the opportunities that we all can share and network with one another. So thank you.
Yeah, I
Doing
believe it. Yes, l'union fait la force. Yes, we do it
yes.
together. Don't listen to what other people might have to say about that.
That's good. That's good. Well, my name is Samuel Buissereth, so thank you once again, and I appreciate all of you for tuning in this evening for today's conversation, and thank you, Mrs. Les, for being with us today on behalf of NAAHP, and we want to say thank you to Haitians of the Triangle. Thank you so much for being with us this evening, and we are just excited. Once again, we wish you nothing but the best, and we look forward to everything for 2023. That's going to be wonderful. We're excited for all of the work that you all are doing, and so thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Mes amis, vin tan nou koze. Reality Cheese ba ou ngon bon nouvel pou ou. Ou même qui haïtien, qui vivent dans North Carolina, pour qui ça ou pas connecté avec Haitians of the Triangle. Wap mande qui ça qui Haitian of the Triangle? Eh bien, so gon show kon ça. M'ral di ou, Haitian of the Triangle gen plus passé 4 l'année depuis la fonctionner. Yo fait plusieurs events qui gen pour titre Friendsgiving, football ak Malta, free time ak jouette, le rendez-vous, Women and Men 2.0, Haitian Flag Day et la trier. Haitian of the Triangle, plus passer un club social. C'est une communauté pour tout haïtien capable de prospérer. Depuis où c'est haïtien qui vivent dans North Carolina ou concerné. Pour plus d'informations, comment pour participer, relez-nous dans 919 410 84 40 919 410 84 40 ou bien email nous dans haitiansofthetriangle@gmail.com. haitiansofthetriangle@gmail.com. Ou capable joindre nous sur Instagram avec Facebook @Haitians of the Triangle. Thank you.
Toujours l'idée principe, la vie, c'est ça, yeah.